Hey guys, welcome back. Last week we started disassembling this 94 Suzuki Sidekick. It has a 1.6 16 valve engine with a 5-speed manual transmission. We're going to be pulling this engine out. It is no good. Last winter I was using this as a plow rig. I had a little UTV plow on it, and at some point when I was driving it, the head locked up. And I really don't know. I've never dived into it. It was blistering cold outside when it broke. I just kind of parked it and let her be because I didn't have time to mess with it. I put the plow on something else. When it broke, or when it locked up, it chucked the timing belt, and the engine still cranks, but there's no turning that head. I tried putting a wrench on it, and it is completely solid. So it's probably for the better, because if this engine was still good, I probably would have tried to build the whole truck with this power plant, and I just don't think it would have suited my needs. I don't think it would have had enough power to go steadily down the highway. I'm going to be dropping in a 2.5 V6 out of a Suzuki Grand Vitara. Everything seems to mesh a little better when you go to put a Suzuki engine into a Suzuki vehicle, even if it wasn't made for it. My power steering lines will hook right up. Like, I don't have to modify a lot of stuff, so I'm sticking to the Suzuki powertrain. I've had a few people tell me, "Oh, just put a 4.3 in it." I want to stick to what I know, mainly because the engine in the XL7 truck has been so good to me. I mean, I've put 18,000 miles on it, and all I've done is change oil. So I'm pretty stoked with the performance of that engine. I have a very healthy V6 for this build with a 5-speed manual transmission. It's going to suit this really well, and I've been inside and out of all those V6s from Suzuki, and I just like the design. They're really simple and they're really reliable. As long as you keep the oil changed, they will run forever. So that's the plan here. We're going to get this engine and trans out in one piece. That's why I took the core support apart. I've got my engine hoist here. We're going to do some rigging, undo some bolts, and try to drag it out. So I'm going to mount the camera up and get started.
she's out. One piece. I cut the harness because none of that harness will be used. So I'll be tearing all that out anyway. I'm probably going to be using this transmission in another vehicle. I have a two-door tin top Sidekick that is automatic, and the trans is kind of on its way out. So all my manual swap parts are right here. So later I will separate the engine and trans and crate up the trans so I can use it at a later date. But as for this motor, its road's come to an end. So what do you think? I think that's about it for tonight. Gonna probably set it down, and I'm gonna have to drag this thing out to get the motor out. But worked up a bit of an appetite, gonna get some dinner and chill the rest of the night. So next part's the fun part. So once I drag this out, which I'll video it all, I'll drag this out, spin it around, I'm gonna bring it in reverse, and we're gonna start cutting on the body, because I need to get the body figured out and out of the way so I can start building the frame rails. I just wanted to get the engine out of the way so I wouldn't have to do it later. I'm going to get the body off in the back, and then I'm just going to start building frame rails. I'd have to hit the junkyard and get a couple more parts for the axles. This is the suspension I'm trying to use, and then it'll be building the rear suspension, mounting the rear axles, and going from there. So, didn't put up too much of a fight. Not bad. It's really not that beat up for how many miles it has on it. The transmission shifted really good in this thing. So, I guess that's it for tonight. We'll see you guys soon.